President William Ruto's administration has finally broken its silence on the case of Margaret Nduta, a Kenyan woman facing execution in Vietnam after being convicted of drug trafficking. Nduta was sentenced to death by a Vietnamese court for smuggling over 2 kilograms of cocaine, a crime that carries the ultimate penalty under the country's strict drug laws. As the clock ticks towards her scheduled execution on Monday, Nduta's family, alongside a section of Kenyan leaders and concerned citizens, has been urging the government to intervene diplomatically. Many are calling for negotiations that could lead to her repatriation to serve a sentence in Kenya rather than face execution abroad. In response, Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Korir Singoei acknowledged the gravity of the situation, describing it as complex and difficult. He, however, assured the public that the government is making every effort to seek clemency for Nduta. Taking to social media platform X, Singoei revealed that he had reached out to Vietnam's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Nguyen Minh Hang, formally requesting a stay of execution. I conveyed to Madam Hang the anxiety of the Kenyan people on the impending execution of our national, and reiterated our request for a stay of execution to allow our two countries to find a path to resolving the issue, he stated. Singoei further expressed optimism, noting that Vietnam's government is considering Kenya's petition. Meanwhile, Kenya's diplomatic mission in Bangkok, which is accredited to Vietnam in the absence of a direct embassy, is actively monitoring the case. The case has drawn significant attention, not just for its humanitarian implications, but also for what it reveals about Kenya's limited diplomatic reach in Southeast Asia. Unlike other nations that have successfully lobbied for clemency for their citizens in similar cases, Kenya lacks a formal bilateral agreement with Vietnam, which could complicate negotiations. Vietnam is notorious for its harsh stance on drug-related offenses. Its legal framework imposes the death penalty on individuals found guilty of trafficking as little as 600 grams of heroin or cocaine. Despite international criticism, the country continues to enforce these laws rigorously. As of now, Nduta remains on death row, with her final meal scheduled for 7:30 p.m. local time on Monday, an hour before her execution at 8:30 p.m. The coming hours will be critical in determining whether diplomatic efforts can succeed in saving her life, or whether she will become the latest foreign national to face Vietnam's unforgiving justice.